Gave you all my open hours, all my careful yeses too. I showed up full and honest, you showed up halfway through. I poured my heart without a limit, you measured what you'd spend. I kept believing effort would meet me at the end. I matched your silence with my best, calling imbalance wrong ways. I was given less, but asked for more. I stayed where love kept its score. I gave you everything I had, you rationed what you felt. I kept losing pieces, being given less. You said love didn't come easy, like that excuseless space. I learned to want you quietly, so I wouldn't feel replaced. You took your time deciding, I paused my life instead. I waited in your uncertainty while you stayed ahead. I thought staying proved my worth, but it just showed worth. I was given less in every way. I lowered needs so you could stay. I loved you freely, you loved with caution. I stayed invested, given less. If love was fair, it wouldn't feel this uneven. I gave you my whole heart, you gave me permission. I was given less, but I know now I won't negotiate for love somehow. I deserve the effort I used to give. I was given less, now I choose to live. I gave you more than you ever gave back. You said my name like it was easy, like it didn't mean a thing. I watched you laugh with someone else so naturally. I stayed pretending I was special while you kept your options wide. I felt myself become a placeholder right before my eyes. I tried to be irreplaceable, but love shouldn't feel disposable. I felt replaceable. disappear, you'd be just fine. I gave you all my loyalty. You kept me interchangeable. I loved you deeply. You made me feel replaceable. You said, don't overthink it, like it wasn't written clear. And how fast you moved on, while I stayed right here. I memorized your patterns, who you turned to when you left. I learned how easy it was for you to love someone else. I held on to what felt unsure, calling insecurity mature. I felt replaceable in your quiet doubt, like someone else could step in and I'd fade out. I made you my priority. You kept me optional. I loved you honestly. You made me feel replaceable. Shouldn't make you wonder if you're just someone there. I felt replaceable, but now I see anyone who lost my love lost something rare in me. I just felt replaceable. Easy to lose, hard to forget. I stood where you could always find me, just in case you looked my way. I learned to live on borrowed signals, hints you never meant to say. You leaned on me when nights felt heavy, then disappeared by day. I was good enough to lean on, just not good enough to stay. I waited in the in-between, where love feels close but never clean. I was never chosen, only ever there. I gave you all my patience, you gave me empty care. I made room for you, you kept your options open. I loved you fully, I was never chosen. You said I deserve better, but still you didn't leave. You kept me close enough to need me, not enough to believe. I memorized your almost yes, your silence dressed as truth. I kept hoping one day you'd finally choose. I thought staying meant I mattered, but staying just made it harder. I was never chosen, just quietly kept. I held your heart together while mine slowly left. I showed up every time you stayed emotionally frozen. I loved you deeply, I was never chosen. If love was meant to be clear, why did it feel like a test? I kept proving I was worthy to a heart that never guessed. I was never chosen, but I choose me now. I won't beg for a love that won't figure it out. I gave you my devotion, you gave me closure broken. I loved you honestly, I was never chosen. Not once, but I survived. You never said goodbye out loud, you just stopped choosing me. Your answers came in softer tones, less time, less honesty. I learned to read your distance like a language in decline. You didn't push me away, you just never crossed the line. I waited for a clearer sign, but silence said it every time. This is quiet rejection, no words, no blame, just loving someone who won't stay the same. You didn't hurt me loudly, you didn't raise your voice, you just kept not choosing me like it was a choice. everything you didn't say to me. I called it patience, called it care. You called it nothing, just being there. This is quiet rejection, soft and slow. You never said no, but you never said go. I gave you my heart, you gave me space. You let me down in the kindest way. If you had been cruel, I could have let go, but you were gentle, so I stayed too long. This is quiet rejection, but it still was real. Being unloved politely hurts deeper than it feels. I don't hate you for leaving, I hate that I stayed, trying to be enough for a love that never stayed. No argument, just absence.
Gave you love in overtime, stayed late in every fight. I learned your moods, your quiet signs, forgot to guard my life. I poured myself in careful ways, so you would never leave. Love kept taking more from me than I could ever keep. I kept showing up the same, even when nothing changed. This has been affection, love I can't afford. I emptied out my patience just to ask for more. I tried to save what we were while I came undone. I loved you past exhaustion. Now my heart is done. You leaned on me like I was strong. I was just afraid to break. I held us up with borrowed breath while you hesitated. I made excuses for your doubt, called distance needing space. But every time you pulled away, something in me gave. I stayed loyal to the cost, not knowing what I lost. This has been affection, but it still was real. Even drained devotion feels the way it feels. I'm done chasing echoes, done being the one. I loved you past exhaustion. Now I'm choosing rest. Nothing left to give, just enough to heal.
I learned to lower my voice for you, so I wouldn't take up space. I hid the parts that needed more, just to keep your pace. I folded every honest thought into something safe. I stayed quiet in your shadow, afraid of what I'd say. I made myself easier to keep by becoming less of me. I stayed small so you could stay. I dim my light in every way. I love you loud inside my chest, but out here I stayed less. I watched you grow without me while I stayed the same. I called it patience, called it love, but it was fear in disguise. You never asked me to disappear, I just slowly did. I lost myself in what we were and what we never became. I thought love meant compromise, not learning how to minimize. I stayed small in your world, made myself a background girl. I softened truths, I swallowed pain just to keep you from leaving again. If love was meant to be mutual, why did I feel erased? I kept shrinking to survive while you took up space. I stayed small, but I'm done now. I won't make myself quiet just to be allowed. I love you honestly, that part is true, but staying small was never love. It was losing me for you. I stayed small so you wouldn't leave.
state where I felt tolerated, not loved, just allowed. I softened every part of me so I wouldn't stand out. You never asked me to remain, I just never left. I mistook your silence for needing my help. I kept shrinking in your space, calling survival grace. I stayed unwanted, loved anyway. I gave you more, you gave me space. I held your heart, you held your doubt. I stayed unwanted and wore it out. I heard your moods by time and when to speak went away. I edited my feelings so you wouldn't hesitate. You came to me when lonely, left when you felt whole. I was there for every version except the one you chose. I thought love meant staying true, even when it wasn't returned to you. I stayed unwanted, soft and small. I answered every time you didn't call. I made you first, I made me last. I stayed unwanted and let it pass. If you had wanted me, I wouldn't have had to try. Love shouldn't feel like proving why I deserve your time. I stayed unwanted, but I see it now. I don't need permission to walk out. I loved you deeply, that part stays true, but I won't keep staying where I'm not chosen by you. I stay unwanted. I thought leaving would save me, thought distance might erase all the ways you looked through me like I was out of place. I carried you into the silence, hoping time would change the view. But even in your absence, I still feel unwanted by you. I tried to heal, I tried to move, but some wounds follow what you do. I'm still unwanted, even after you. I learned to breathe without you, but not feel chosen to. I gave you all my softness, you never asked for more. I'm the core. I replay every moment, searching for my flaw, trying to find the reason you never saw us at all. You said I was too good, like that was the mistake. Like loving you honestly was more than you could take. I blame myself, I carried blame for love you never meant to claim. I'm still unwanted in memories you left. I built a home in maybes, you live somewhere else. I don't hate you for leaving, I hate how long I stayed. I'm still unwanted in the way you walked away. If being wanted is a feeling, then I never learned the sound. I gave you everything I had and still didn't care. I'm still unwanted, but I'm still here, learning how to choose myself over staying unclear. I won't beg for affection that never felt secure. I was unwanted by you, but I'm not worthless anymore. Still unwanted, but still standing. The room hums low at 2 a.m. Your name stays, you don't. I line up all the things I meant you never came to want. My phone lights up with nothing there, just time I can't ignore. I give my best to empty air. You don't knock anymore. I learned how waiting feels like truth, when love is something one-sided do. These unplayed hours still feel like you. I spent them hoping you'd come through. I stayed available, you stayed gone. I loved you deep and unclaimed now. You said I'm busy, not I'm done, so I stayed in between. I made excuses for your silence, like it didn't mean a thing. I gave you space you never asked, you took it all the same. I watched the minutes lose their shape, still calling out your name. You lived your life outside my way, I lived inside a maybe slave. These unpaid hours won't own me now. I won't keep loving what won't choose me out. I gave you time, you gave me scars. I'm taking myself back from unclaimed hours. Some love ends love. Mine just ran out of time. You said forever in quiet tones, like it was carved in stone. I held your words close to my chest, but they slipped when I turned home. Your hand felt warm for a moment, then vanished in the cold. I kept believing every whisper, even when the truth was told. I learned that love can break without a single shout. This is an unheard promise, something you never kept. I gave my trust so fully, you left it in regret. I stayed when you faltered, believed when you swerved. I love what you promised, even when it went unheard. I memorized your fleeting smiles, every almost kind I held on to someday, but it never came in time. I gave you space to wander, I gave you every chance. You took my love for granted while I stayed in trance. I kept hoping you'd return, but some words are bridges burned. This is an unheld promise, love that didn't stay. I offered my devotion, you let it fade away. I kept your memory safe, even as it hurt. I loved your vow, even when you didn't. If love is meant to be true, it wouldn't bend like this. I kept my heart open wide, and you never met it halfway. This was an unheld promise, but it still taught me pain. Even broken vows leave marks that remain. I learned to guard my heart I did everything I knew to fit the shape of you. I bent where I should have stood, loved harder than I should. You smiled like I was close, but never close enough. I kept adjusting pieces, trying to earn your love. You held me in the middle ground, where hope lives but never settles down. I was almost enough, but never the one. You kept me in reach, but never chose us. I gave you my best, you wanted more. I was almost enough, and that hurt worse. You said I did nothing wrong, but still you didn't stay. You blamed it on timing, like love just slipped away. I watched you hesitate every time it got real. I felt you pulling back from everything I feel. I kept believing almost meant soon, but almost never turns into truth. I was almost enough, just not what you need. I feel the silence, but not your dream. I stayed patient, you stayed unsure. I was almost enough, but never secure. You can't convince a heart to want what it never could. I was almost enough, but I'm done trying to be someone you might choose if you change your mind about me. I'll take my heart back, I'll take my love too. Almost, but not anymore. You were always almost here, close enough to feel your breath. Every promise stopped halfway, like you were scared of what was next. You held my hand in borrowed time, let me believe it meant something. I memorized the way you stayed, without ever fully coming. I lived in moments you didn't name, called hesitation by a sweeter name. You were almost mine, but never stayed. I felt your love in halfway ways. I gave you space, let's not rush this, like love was something to delay. I waited in the quiet while you kept your escape. You came to me when nights were heavy, left when it felt too real. I held on to what you showed me, hoping one day you'd feel. I thought patience meant you cared, but patience doesn't build what's never there. You were almost mine in every room. Your body stayed, your heart withdrew. I loved you loud, you loved the time. You were so close, almost mine. If love had chosen honesty, you would have said goodbye. Instead, you left me in the dark, between a yes and why. You were almost mine, but almost hurts more than knowing it never works. I'll take my heart across that line. You were never mine, just almost mine. So close, but never mine. You left before I could ask, took your space and made it last. I reached for you in empty rooms. You chose the silence, I got the gloom. Every word you didn't say fell heavier than yesterday. I stayed believing you'd return, but absence was the lesson learned. I thought love meant staying near. You showed me absence was sincere. This is chosen absence. You left by design. I gave my heart fully. You gave only time. I held the echoes. You let them fade. I loved your presence, even when you stayed away. I traced the lines of what we had in memories soft and sad. You didn't need to make it cruel, just leaving quiet, that was your rule. I gave you all the space you wanted, but my own heart you let stick. I stayed loyal to the pain while you left without a name. This is chosen absence, a love that withdrew. I gave my soul fully, you gave the bare minimum too. You never came. I loved you quietly while you played the game. If love is real, it doesn't need to hide. It doesn't leave without saying goodbye. While your absence was earned, you chose absence. I'll choose myself now. You held me like you meant it, but your eyes were somewhere else. Your touch was warm and careful, still I felt alone myself. You said all the right soft things in a voice I wanted true, but love felt like a habit more than something new. I leaned into your kindness, but kindness isn't love. This is empty tenderness, hands without a heart, soft words falling gently, still tearing me apart. You gave me warmth without the truth. I stayed for love, you stayed for comfort too. This is empty tenderness. Kiss me like a promise you never planned to keep. I memorized your breathing while you barely fell asleep. You stayed just close enough to not feel alone at night. I mistook your affection for wanting me outright. I kept confusing gentle with real, hoping one day you would feel. This is empty tenderness, care with I gave you my devotion. You gave me rest. I stayed for more. You stayed for less. This is empty tenderness. If love had a weight, it wouldn't feel this light. If love was real, it wouldn't leave me questioning every night. This was empty tenderness, but it still left a mark. Even borrowed affection can break a heart. I won't confuse soft hands for being chosen next. I learned the cost of staying in empty tenderness, so gentle, so empty.